Hey guys, I received an interesting problem from one of you today, and that is a simple task of trying to bevel the edge of the top of this Lego man's head, right? So essentially what we're trying to do is take the edge, this outer edge, and then bevel it and make it basically round. But if I double click that edge, it doesn't select the whole edge. And if I select it manually, right, all those individual pieces, there will be an error. So that's a little spoiler. Okay, so I select this edge, it's selected nice and round, and I click on bevel, and I say, for example, I want the whole way. It tells you there is a non-manifold vertex cannot bevel. Non-manifold vertex, and you can also receive non-manifold edges, means that there are two parts of the geometry overlapping each other. In this case, there are two vertices that are sitting on top of each other, somewhere alongside this edge, and that's why, you know, if, for example, this would be that vertex, it wouldn't know how to bevel these edges, because let's just try that, right? So if I go to a vertex mode and I select that vertex and I move it, look at what's happening there. There is something really fishy code up is being, somehow doubled. So something, so this one and this whole thing would be moving. So if I'll show you example how it should move something like this, right? So if I move it down, I should move the whole thing, all right? But instead up, this is first and this is the second vertex, right? So there is something fishy going on. So how we can see which vertices are actually manifold, we can select our whole object and go to mesh cleanup. Make sure you click on this little rectangle here, and then instead of cleanup matching polygons, you go to select matching polygons, and then making sure that you select this non-manifold geometry and you click on apply. And then you see that all these vertices that have been selected are actually manifold, right? So first, before I'll show you how to fix this, let's just examine what happened here, right? So what I was checking is like, where are possible cuts, right? So was there something that cut, for example, this edge? So what I did is I went to a display polygons and border edges, right? So it tells you where the cut edges, texture border edges, that's what I mean. And it highlights with this thicker, denser color where are the border edges. And you can see there's quite a few. If you go this edge weight, you can set to higher number. In this case, you can go like, for example, 6, okay? And you can see now quite plainly that I have quite a lot of different edges here. So this is all like somehow separated geometry, right? So I don't like that. So I go to a window, modeling editors UV, and then I see that there is this attempt of UV map this object. So I'm just going to select all of that I have here, making sure if it's not selecting, make sure the UV shell mode is on, select everything and then delete it. And what I see here, that I still one edge remains. So this is probably where the initial cut has happened. All right, so this is where the initial cut has happened, and essentially when I selected that manifold geometry, these are exactly the polygons that have been selected. Right? So all we have to do now, eventually, is to merge it back together. Right? So if we are not happy with this cut because we want to go back, what we need to do is go to the vertex mode, and I need to make sure that I'm selecting only the pixels that I want to merge. So in this case, I want to merge these two. Going to edit mesh merge, again click on this box, make sure this value is not too big. 0.01 is fine because our pixels are overlapping each other. Click on apply. Not much happened because I still need to select the second part of the edge. Click on apply, and now observe what to happen to this edge, right? It became normal again, right? So I just merged this whole edge into one. So now all I need to do is essentially select this whole outer circle, right? And that's easily done. So I just select all these vertices, and then I go to the top mode, zoom it in, and then using the control, so it's holding the control, you can see this minus button appearing there, holding control, boom, you select the inner pits, just make sure that everything, all that you wanted to select is selected, that is correct, only my outer edge is selected, and then with my merge vertices modifier, I still have it on. If it disappears, just go back to edit mesh and merge. You click on apply, and then you can see that this whole edge has merged back together. So now, if you've done everything correctly, I can go back to my perspective mode, and now I can go to a edge mode and double click that whole edge. Let me just turn off the X-ray. I can bevel 3 segments, and boom, the bevel is possible again, right? So you need to always be aware of what you're doing to the object, where your edges are, and so on. So you can see that, for example, this has actually added a new texture edges for me, right? In this case, these beveled edges. All right, guys, thank you for watching, and please keep those questions coming, and we'll try to troubleshoot any problems that will come your way. Thank you.